And it's true that we do have clients producing results that are considered to be impossible all the time. I'm wondering if there's anybody here who's used the 7 steps before, and just the 7 steps successfully, that would want to share about it. Come on up. Let's have everyone who wants to share it come on up.
When I sat in his Why Your Life Is the Way It Is talk at the, it was the New Earth Expo in January that we went to in Burbank. And I just knew for some reason, I just felt his energy and resonated with the similar type of story. And I just felt something was here that I was going to learn. And in the past 6 months, I have erased the post-traumatic stress. I've erased 80% of the lingering pain, maybe 90% of the lingering pain in my body that was still left from the accident, the energy imprint of the accident. And having worked with Arnoux in the 7 Steps weekend, I erased some of that pain that day on the first day of the weekend, which allowed me to tolerate, like up to that point, I could only sit in a chair for 20 minutes at a time. And then I was in so much pain, I had to get up and leave the room. When I erased that, the first exercise we did, I was able to sit in the room for the rest of the talk and just take it in and not be completely distracted by the pain. So that, if that's all it did, that would be worth the price of admission to me. It was almost 20 negative beliefs that I had about money. And at your suggestion, I used the 7 steps to erase all of them. And after they were all gone, I wrote a book. And here it is. I wrote this book in 2 weeks after all of my negative beliefs were erased. This is testament, this is physical evidence of what can be accomplished once we use this tool to get our stuff out of the way. Not everybody's an author, but everybody has a masterpiece inside of them. The 7 steps is a tool that anyone can use. So
you're trying to create something in your life, but there's some programming inside of you stopping you. No matter how hard you try, 20 years of trying to write a book, you can't break through that wall with your willpower. But if you can erase the programming, boom, in 3 days it's done.
With the 7 steps, it's just, I've had clients erase their rape trauma, get rid of their drug addictions. I had this one guy he said he spent over $100,000 on therapy, and with a few weeks with me, he erased all his trauma. He wakes up happy now. And me personally, I was suicidal and depressed since I was 12. And that's why I took all these seminars, and nothing's worked. But because of Arnoux, I think he saved my life, because I don't think I'll be alive now, because I'll probably be, without the depression. But that's my testimonial. I'm not depressed anymore.
Wow.
I got to clear a lot of stuff with my dad. Growing up, we had, my sisters and I had, a very controlling and verbally abusive dad. And going through all the 7 steps, really, it helped so much. I know that I had a lot of issues, and my sisters did too, that were just building up over time, and we were able to get through so much. Because before the weekend, we had a lot of issues with trying to communicate with him, and just a lot of things just weren't clicking. And afterwards, we cleared probably about 80% of the issues that we did have. And ever since then, like about every week or every 2 weeks, something new will present itself just between us in the relationship. And we're able to clear it like that with the 7 steps. And it's been really, really amazing, because it's not only us that are changing, my sisters and I, but we also notice changes in him. Like, he's becoming healthier as well, and he's changing his mindsets as well. And so it's been really quite an incredible process for us. So that was our big thing. So,
Well, your whole world is affected by your energy field. And when you clear things, people around you get impacted by that.
It's amazing.
Yeah?
This tool makes magic happen. Your life will change. I guarantee it. My life has changed. My life is so different from what it once was. It's unbelievable. I believe in miracles now. Anything's possible. And it's because of the 7 steps.
Thanks,
And
Jonathan.
this guy right here. He's pretty cool.
Knew that there was something that drove me nuts that I couldn't heal on my own. Now, I'm trained in 20 different healing methods. I used to be a professional healer. You'd think I could do something about what I couldn't get rid of. But it was the method that made the difference. I had excruciating pain on my skull where I landed and throughout most of my spine. And then there was all the emotional stuff that went through having been attacked. The physical pain was the thing that was so debilitating. So when I came in here in February, I didn't know how I was going to do it. But the thing I most wanted to be free of was what this experience of physical pain did to me. And at that point in my life, I had just had enough. I was done with this thing being in the way in my life. And so I just kind of mentally said, I trust him. I'm going to put it all at stake. And whatever happens in the exercise, I have people in this room who love me, care about me, and will take care of me. And just went for it when it was my turn. But there's something about this, you erase stuff. Like once you erase it, it really is gone. I got up out of that chair knowing something was different. I didn't know how different it would be. But I knew down in my bones, okay, we just moved a 70-ton boulder off of me. I woke up the next morning, I had no physical pain, and I also had no fear of the physical pain. And that was just like, no, that stuff's gone. And came back in and they were just like, man, you're like 6 inches above the floor. I mean, you're just elevated at this point. I was just so thrilled to be done with the dang thing. Like, it truly is a new life. I had lived for 40 years with the terror of that physical pain, and that was gone. And what it's been like now is I can be a normal person. Like I'm a normal person in a non-damaged body with a brain that works, and I have a whole life experience that supports that. There's no longer this thing that I think about all the time. So the physical pain being gone, man, that was worth everything that it took. But to not think about that event anymore, I would not have believed you if you had told me that was possible. It's one thing to be physically pain-free. It's another thing not to be haunted by that kind of event anymore. It's just gone.
Congratulations.
You're the most delicious human being.
For your free training on how to skyrocket energy levels in 30 minutes or less, visit TotalHealthMasteryUSA.com. The results and benefits of our training program are only available to members of our private association. The first course in our training program is called The Solution. To learn more, visit TotalHealthMasteryUSA.com/The Solution.